So good morning all.
Morning.
Okay, I like the spirit, you're charged up, everybody. And thank you. Special thanks to Sri Balaji University. Special thanks to Chancellor, Vice Chancellor Sir, Dhanraj Sir, and all the team for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to speak to, the upcoming, the next generation, which is the future of India. Great. So don't worry because I know you have to listen to a lot of speakers, and then you may be thinking, okay, one more, some topic has come up. Abhi, I don't know what this speaker is going to say, and so on. So don't worry, I will keep you glued to your seats. Why? Because this is automotive industry, what I'm going to talk to you about. And when it is automotive industry, it is about mobility. It is touching each one of our lives every day. And I have hardly seen anybody who is not interested in technology. Right? Anybody who is there, like, "Yeah, what is this technology? I'm not interested." Anybody who feels like this? I don't think so. Everybody is gadget friendly. Everybody is using gadgets, wants iPads, iPhones, and so on and so forth. So today, let's see what is upcoming in the automotive industry globally, but also in India. I want to keep it more India specific so that we understand where this industry is heading towards. Okay. So first, I will cover briefly 4 or 5 slides about Forvia because this is where I am coming from. So as you see on the screen, Forvia is world's seventh largest automotive supplier. We are having six different business groups with 27 billion euro of annual sales. We are having around 150,000 people, and out of that 50,000, 15,000 are R&D engineers, and we are located in 40 different countries. So this is what is our presence across the globe right now. Mission. Always when we start about something or when we talk about something, mission and vision is of prime importance. So what is our mission? What we say is we pioneer technology. So that is why I touched upon the word technology. We pioneer technology for mobility experiences that matter to people. So this is our mission, and it is safe. It should be safe. Safety is first, right? Affordable, because everybody today, you see, we want the next technology, but it has to be affordable as well. Sustainable and customized. So this is what is our mission. We grew actually few years ago. Foracia and Hella, these two companies came together, and then earlier we were around 18 billion euros. But when the two companies, Foracia and Hella, combined together, the force together is today is called as Forvia, and totally it is 27 billion euros worth of global empire. These are our activities. So if you see seats, vehicle seats, car seats, as you all know, seating systems in which we are worldwide number one in the seat systems and number three in the full seat manufacturing. We are number one in worldwide in car interiors. So now interiors is taking more and more, next level. Even the seating is taking the next level, wherein today's vehicles are not just vehicles for transport. They are slowly turning into home theater system, maybe personal theater, conference rooms, Microsoft Teams coming into the cars and so on. So this is where interiors is taking next level. Some of you must have seen the new Mahindra B6E and 9E, right? Anybody saw? It's interesting. Yeah, this is just the start. So clean mobility. So in terms of clean mobility, which is into emissions control system, so here we are number one globally. Slowly, the IC engine is declining globally. So we will talk about it in the upcoming slides. But then we have other technologies which are EV and hydrogen mobility. Electronics. This is the most happening thing today in terms of electronics. So electronics is going to the next level. Again, we will speak about it as we go forward in few of my slides which I have mentioned. But you bring in today something, tomorrow it's obsolete, or somebody else is coming with something new. I'll just tell you one simple thing in this. Recently in one of the exhibitions we have showcased electronic mirror in which there is no physical mirror. Today, all our vehicles, they are having physical mirror, right? Outside, left, right mirror we are seeing. But what about if a small camera is there and everything which today you have to see outside to look into the mirror is visible on your screen? So this is called electronic mirror. So recently we have showed and such kind of technologies. Lighting. So just imagine the vehicles which you are seeing on the road. What attracts you the most right now? You look at the vehicle and you say, wow, the look of the vehicle, the lights of the vehicle. So lighting again is a key trend, and life cycle solutions is just in the aftermarket. So as I explained to you, this is our portfolio: seating structures, interiors, which include instrument panels, door panels. Clean mobility is emission system solutions and hydrogen storage systems. Electronics means sensors, actuators, parking systems, body electronics, cockpit experiences. Lighting is into headlamps, rear lamps, interior lighting, car body lighting. And then life cycle solution, as I mentioned, is in the aftermarket. India. So this is how we are present today in terms of India. We are present in the north, in Gurgaon and Derabasi area and Manesar. In the west of India, we are present in Gujarat, and also central west India, we are present in Pune, where we are having plants in Chakan, very close from here. Our India headquarter is very close from here, which is in Bhosri, where I am based out of. Bangalore, we have a plant. We have a plant for Kia in Amavarupalli, which is specifically the Andhra Pradesh. And then we are based in Tamil Nadu in Chennai. So this is how our spread, geographical spread is there in terms of India. Okay. Now I'll take you through, now this was introduction. Okay. Now I'll take you through some automotive slides, which will tell you what is the future of automobile in India, what are the key mega trends of automobile in India. Okay. So I start with this. So for many of you to know, who don't know right now, we are the world's largest producer of tractors. India is the world's largest producer of tractor. And you know which is the world's largest company producing tractors? Anybody knows? Mahindra. Absolutely right. So Mahindra and Mahindra, our own homegrown brand, is world's largest manufacturer of tractors. 7% auto sector contribution to manufacturing GDP. So this is the power of automobile industry. We are fourth largest producer of light vehicles. So slowly, we have been growing. And with the speed we are growing, we'll slowly become third largest. I hope we will become second largest also. So this is the pace with which we are growing. But now I come to the left side. The penetration of cars per 1,000 people is the lowest. Only 32 cars per 1,000 people. So what does it mean? It means opportunity, right? It means opportunity in this industry. It will grow. And with the focus of current government, which is put highly in terms of development of infrastructure, this is bound to help us in terms of growth in automotive industry. And automotive industry growth is considered as one of the indicator for the development of the respective country. So that's why it is very much important to have automotive industry growth. Okay, so just to tell you in terms of how the automotive industry is placed, you have heard the names of all the automobile companies, but this is how it is set. So over here, if you see the growth from 5.4 million, okay, this is what is 54 lakhs. So 5.4 million growing to 7.4 million in the next 5 years. This is how the automotive industry is growing. Different color bars which you are able to see, those are different automobile companies. The biggest one in India, Maruti Suzuki. Okay. So Maruti Suzuki today is holding 40% market share, and it is set to grow at the rate of 2.5%. Hyundai Kia is set to grow at 4%. It is number two. Hyundai and Kia. Hyundai is 17%, Kia is 6%, both put together around 23% market share, followed by our own homegrown company Tata, and again Mahindra and Mahindra. So these are the top four players, and then Toyota. Toyota is coming up very well also in India. In the last year, Toyota was the fastest growing original equipment manufacturer for cars in India. So that is how Toyota has been there. And then there are many more players. There is Renault, Nissan, there is Honda, there is Volkswagen, there is MG Motors, SIAC, which is there, and so on, Volvo cars. So there are a lot of theirs, but these are the top fives in the automotive industry which are driving our growth in India. Okay, now I will go to the key trends which I want to cover through my slides. Obviously, the first one, not a surprise, electrification. So today we are seeing electrification trend not only in India, globally also. Globally, it is going much faster. China has almost reached a level of 50% adoption. India is at a level of 2% right now in terms of electrification. So if you just flash back to some of the years, in 1998 we started CNG. Okay, still we are catching up with CNG. So electrification, similarly, it will take time to catch on the electrification because our country is big. The infrastructure has to be there. There has to be sufficient charging stations. There has to be availability of power. All this anxiety of range or kilometer, this we have to tide over. So this will take time, but it has started. So just few minutes ago I spoke about Mahindra. Similarly, today the market leader is in electric vehicles Tata, right? So Tata was holding 80% market share for the last 3 years. Now they have come down to the level of 50% because of this Mahindra, and second player which is going big in terms of electrification is MG Motors with the Windsor, with the Comet, and so on. Okay, so this is where electrification is in what I have mentioned is on the rise in India as well as globally. Global EV sales rose 25% last year to 17 million. It's a big number. Huh? If you see globally, it's a big number. In India right now, per month we are selling roughly 3,000 or so. So you can multiply it by 12 and you will come to know we are nowhere talking in terms of millions right now. So we are at 2% and we are expected to reach 15 to 20% by 2030. So this is a significant growth for us because by 2030 we will be at growing at this pace. Again, IC vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles, so they are set to see a decline. But net if you see in India, as I mentioned on the previous slide, the numbers 5.4 million going to 7.4 million. Net IC vehicles will still see an increase because of the sheer size of the number. There are various versions wherein pure electric is there, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles are there. So all the OEMs are working on many different technologies because even they don't know which one will be finally coming up, which one will be the most successful one. So one of the most successful vehicle right now in terms of if you see hybrids is Toyota, which is running on the road, right? Hycross hybrid is there, so which is quite successful on the market. So this is the first mega trend which I wanted to mention to you. Next one. Now I bet this makes you a lot more interested. Software defined vehicles. Okay, I will elaborate a little bit. What is a software defined vehicle? So all the new vehicles which are coming, just let's go back for some time. When Maruti Suzuki came to India in 1984, they started in this automotive industry. When Hyundai came 1997, they came up with their Santro and so on and so forth. Having that small tape recorder was a privilege. Correct? In the vehicle, that's all. That's our electronics. All windows are manual and nothing else is there. Forget about software and so on and so forth. Today, I bet out of this young generation who is willing to, you are going to buy a car. So who is interested to buy the Santro or the Maruti Suzuki 800? Cab drivers. Okay, one gentleman is still interested to buy. So today the technology has moved so much because when we are sitting in the cars or we are riding in the cars, it is more about comfort, it is more about technology, it is more about having connectivity, it is more about safety as well. So all this is coming through the software defined vehicles, where you have Apple CarPlay, you have Android, you have automated driver assistance systems. Okay, so you have the cockpit of the future, which is there in the vehicles. So for this, what is required is high computational powers are required. The vehicle hardware has a limitation. You cannot load everything on the vehicle. So everything is based on the cloud. So this is what I have mentioned. And also the vehicle can be seen on the app. You can control the vehicle on the app. Where is my vehicle right now? You can put a geo fence that vehicle cannot exceed that border. If anybody is intruding into your vehicle, you can get an alarm. You have today the dash cams which are installed. So you can always record if anybody is doing any theft or something, you will immediately get an alarm. There are many things in this. We can go on in software defined vehicles in itself for the entire day. But this is just to tell you that this is one of the important mega trends which is there today in the automotive industry. Next one. So far, not so much in India, but all of you must have heard about Tesla, who started with this. So Tesla started, then they came up with this autonomous vehicle, lot of back and forward, lot of WhatsApp jokes and memes on our mobile phones and Instagram talking about how come, what will happen if autonomous vehicles comes in India, and so on and so forth. But yes, this is going to be the future, because there are going to be autonomous vehicles. Ford, GM, VW, Tesla, Volvo, all are testing. Some are already deployed, as you know, but all are testing their vehicles. Today when we are sitting here, maybe after 15 years of time, when you guys are at different places, different fields, you will feel that array, this was at that time, this was a privilege. Like today when I am talking, at that time I had seen, okay, all these kind of software defined vehicles was not even imaginable. So autonomous vehicles is going to be the future, and this is bound to come, but it will take time. How it works mainly is driverless vehicles, they have, they need level 5 autonomy. So as per SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, they have defined level 1 ADAS, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So level 5 is where the driverless vehicles need, so that they take all the actions and they absolutely do not need a driver. Level 4 still needs a correction, but level 5 does not. Array of sensors are used to detect a wide variety of road features and obstacles. Okay, because that is what is the main topic. This can be done visually, cameras, or by bouncing light impulses or radar signals, because this is a combination of all this which will give exactly the signal to the vehicle, which will help to drive automatically without the need of a driver. Okay, this is one of the important topics which everybody keeps hearing. We keep talking about it. We keep reading about CO2 neutrality. We keep talking about, the Paris Climate Convention, and then the pledge, and so on. So all of you must be reading this because of the media, the print media, and also the, online, and so on and so forth. But automotive industry has one of this as the major target, and it is not. Now what is happening is, it is not by chance, it is by compulsion. It has to be done. So all the automotive companies are working in this direction in terms of sustainability. So sustainability as a word is one single word, but if you decode it, there are thousands of things under it. Just I have put two examples right now. Once when I said about carbon neutrality, so companies have pledged that by so and so year, by 2035, we will be completely carbon neutral. There are different scopes in this. There is called scope 1, scope 2, scope 3. Scope 1 means your own, own plant where you are manufacturing. So can we move to 100% renewable energy? Rather than taking coal generated electricity, can we move to 100% renewable energy? And in terms of that, whatever we are producing should be out of green, completely out of green source. So windmill energy, solar power, and so on and so forth. That is green. But on the other side, whatever material which is used in the manufacturing of the vehicles, those have to be green as well. How? One example I have put on the right side. So if you see soy foam headliner or seats, okay, then you are using recycled materials, natural fiber. Here I have mentioned about bioplastics, about recycled polyethylene, plant-based leather, steel, green steel. So when we talk about green steel, Many times it is like, what is green steel? So the steel mills are trying to convert to 100% hydrogen for producing the steel. That is when it will get converted to a green steel. And also reuse, recycle. So that is also very important for us. So this is one of the automotive mega trend which is there in terms of sustainability of materials. Okay, this topic needs no introduction, but this topic is the topic of today and the topic of future. By chance, anybody of you heard the last week's Nvidia CEO? He spoke about I think US or somewhere. He gave a lecture actually on the next gen technologies what are coming in AI. You would have heard him what he's talking about right now. So from where they are coming and where they are going. So this gentleman gave an example last week, the Nvidia CEO, where he said first one when he developed this chip actually. So they wanted a consumer that somebody will buy this, and they were looking for somebody, but nobody was ready. It is maybe 20 years ago or something. Nobody was ready at that time, and they were looking for a buyer, and nobody was there. And then they got a message from California, some company wants it. So this gentleman was very happy. He himself put it in his vehicle, whatever system. He drove all the way to California, went there to discover it's a non-profit organization. Said, okay, still it's okay. Let me give it. Anybody knows the name of this company? This was OpenAI. Today the masters of ChatGPT. So this was the company who first adopted. So what I want to say is early runner, takes the advantage. So this is what is in terms of AI and ML. This will create a revolution. It is already creating a revolution, but going forward, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of supply chain, maintenance, in vehicle experience, autonomous driving, all these are examples of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Today, maintenance, when you always see you need to have predictive maintenance. We are beyond that time of preventive. We will go to the showroom and so on. Always the behavioral change in the vehicle should itself give us a signal that your vehicle needs a maintenance. It may break down after 1000 kilometer. We need to know this so that there will be zero downtime. This is what we want. When the government is buying Volvo bus, Volvo comes with a guarantee that if you follow our maintenance cycle, there will be zero failure. This is the only company which gives guarantee that there will be no failure in their vehicles. Nobody else is able to give this guarantee that our vehicle will not fail. That is the power of technology. Vision camera inspection systems. So this is more of industry specific. Supply chain optimization solution. Supply chain is a big topic today. Goods are moving from across the world. They are coming from one end of the world to the other one. We need to have exactly the knowledge where our goods are, how much is the optimum time to reach, and on top of that, we are having the geopolitical crisis. So suddenly there will be Iran-Israel war, there will be India-Pak war. We never know today what is happening. So you exactly need to know where the goods are, how much I am covered, and how the supply chain will look like. All this is possible with the help of artificial intelligence, with the help of data science, whatever we are using today. Robots, okay, robots have now already become widespread. Everybody knows. There are also cobots which are assisting the operators or the humans. So those are cobots also which are there, which we are using in our company. Next one, in terms of the automotive mega trend, this is IoT. IoT is Internet of Things, right? So in terms of IoT, 70% of the vehicles now, so they are, they will be connected cars. Again, connected cars means what? So connected car means here, I have just put one example of the connected cars, wherein you have all the cameras, all the sensors everything which is installed on your car, which is all connected to your device, it is connected to a cloud. You want it to be giving signals. Let's say, let's consider our personal situation wherein all that data has to go to some particular place, it has to be stored. And let's say your family members need to know. I'm taking the simplest of the example, where you are at which time. You will say, okay, I can also share my live location, and Google Maps can also tell them that where I am. But this is the next level, wherein a computer can send and receive the data which is installed on your vehicle. How this has become possible is because of the seamless communication. So this revolution in the industry was brought by 5G. So 5G came in picture, and then the data exchange has become super fast. So that is where this has come in now in the industry. Several terabytes of data are exchanged every moment. They are getting generated. You see, you are always looking at Instagram, and after some time you just try to see that, okay, I am getting whatever I was thinking. I am getting those same kind of posts. It happens to some of you. But sometimes we say that, okay, yaar, it can be just by luck. But no, even now the technology is going to the level that your facial expressions, whether you are sad or you are happy, that also changes the amount of posts whatever you are looking for. Gmail, on the side, it gives advertisements. So it is so easy. You are looking for some holiday, or you are just talking to somebody that I want to go to Kerala for a holiday, and you see advertisements of Kerala. I did not tell it. I did not mention it to anybody. I just told my wife. But you have installed Alexas in your home, na? So it is also easy for data to get captured and just get going for this. Still not the end, because this is going to go. You will not need, probably in the future. I was just reading yesterday. You will not neither need a watch, because already there is glasses which have come. So AI glasses have already been introduced. So now Apple is thinking of even next level. So what can I do? No glasses, no mobile phone, no watches, but still you will be able to go. God knows what they are going to come, but we'll have to wait for it for 1 or 2 years further. So this is one of the trends. Safety. This is a very key topic for us when we are working in the automobile industry, because that's why I put an image on purpose of a seat belt, because this is the closest one which reminds us that safety means pehla are buckle up. When you are sitting on the car, when you are going on the Mumbai Pune expressway, you are allowed to drive at 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, if you go overseas, you are even allowed to drive at 200, 250 kilometer per hour. So safety is prime importance. Seatbelt is just an example, because then everybody can correlate. But there are many more things which come under safety. If you see, for an example, your engine management, your adaptive cruise control, your driver assistance systems. Okay, this is very important. Active suspensions, anti-lock braking systems. Okay, anti-lock brakes, they help you really when you do a sudden braking. The ABS is coming into picture, and it is helping your vehicle not to skid when there is rainfall, or when there is oil which is there on the road, and so on. So this is ABS. Rear view camera, very helpful when you are doing a parking, when you are able to see from behind what it is there. Front vision cameras are also there. Whenever you are taking a turn, also on the indicator you are seeing left and right. Nowadays those two cameras also present, and many more. So safety is of prime importance, and earlier it was not so much. But then nowadays everybody is looking at, the newspapers or the media is publishing on the NCAP rating. Anybody has read on the NCAP rating, safety NCAP rating? So these NCAP ratings are confirming how do the vehicles fare in terms of crash test, in terms of the safety standards which are set by the international guidelines. So when the vehicles are qualifying these NCAP crash tests, we feel safe that, okay, if I take this vehicle is able to take that crash load, and I will be safe in this particular vehicle. Airbags I mentioned. So airbags is now mandatory. So all the vehicles are having airbags, which earlier used to be a privilege, but now the airbags are mandatory. ABS I mentioned. ADAS, many of you know now. Many of you would have seen the cars which you are sitting already, or already at level 1 ADAS has already come. Many of the cars level 1 ADAS is there. Level 2 also has come. Actually, level 2 ADAS is also there, which is a little bit more advanced feature of level 1, wherein level 1 you will only get warning on the lane and so on, but level 2 can even go one level further, and even it can automatically apply the brake and so on and so forth. So level 2 also has come. Okay, looking at all this, I just wanted to summarize at the end the topic, and then we can go for question and answer. Of course, depends on if the time permits. So what I wanted to mention to you is Indian automotive industry, I mentioned, is the fourth largest producer. We are rapidly growing, and from 4.2 we will grow to almost 7 million. We'll cross the number of vehicles which are being sold. India is also a major exporter. So companies like Suzuki and Hyundai, they are exporting to 100 plus countries the vehicles which are made. So our vehicles are reliable. We are able to make vehicles which are quality compliant across the globe. Indian auto industry is upgrading with IoT and software defined vehicles. China is way behind us. Last month, I was in Mahindra where we had a president invite by Mr. Veluswamy over there, and they displayed an array of Chinese vehicles. Mind blowing. We are nowhere. We are nowhere in terms of where China vehicles are there and the quality what they're delivering at the price and the timeline. I was just telling sir while coming that the total timeline of the program in China from drawing board to execution has come down to 18 months. So they conceptualize a car, in 18 months the car is on the road. And for us over here, it is more than 3 years, the timeline, 3 to 4 years when we conceptualize. So you see how much work has to be done in order to catch up with a country like China. Adoption of EV is increasing in two-wheeler. Two-wheeler is rapidly changing to electric. Three-wheeler last mile mostly has already changed to electric. So all those small vehicles, three-wheelers which come for delivery to you, they are already electric vehicles. They are already delivering that last mile in terms of electric. It is economical and it is environmental friendly as well. Four-wheeler segment is started. So now it is at 2% as I mentioned. It will reach 15 to 30%, 15 to 20% by 2030. With technological advancement at never seen before space and the advent of AI/ML, we are set to see a revolution in technology. Right? I don't think anybody can disagree on this. Connected, software-defined, autonomous, hybrid, flex fuel, EV, plug-in hybrids, and many more. And what they say is this is just the beginning of a never-seen-before journey. So this journey will be never seen, and all of us and all of you, even more than us, will be privileged to be a part of this journey. You will enjoy this journey in terms of technological advancements which are happening in this happening automotive industry. So always you will be glued to it. So stay tuned. Thank you.